truly a humbling honor to stand on this stage representing the Dream Makers as a $1 million unit. You know, you are the first unit based out in North Dakota to ever be in the top 3 at Seminar. Congratulations to God, we give the glory. Dream Makers, please stand for your well-deserved round of applause. It was 25 years ago today when I attended my very first seminar. I sat in the very back row, section 22 in the arena, and I listened intently to Mary Kay Ash. Her words got into my heart, and that seminar changed my life forever. She said, be a dreamer, have a sense of greatness. It has been said, if you can dream it, you can do it. And if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're right. Mary Kay said, before your dream can become a reality, you have to see it in your own mind. See its fulfillment, whatever it may be. She said successful people are just ordinary people with extraordinary determination. I had come all the way from a farm in North Dakota because my director told me I was gonna win a crown. I held parties to be able to afford to come, borrowed some dresses, and had never left my children for more than a few hours. And then I convinced a team member to come with me. She was also my beautician, and she set us up with some long fake hair. We heard it was hot, real hot in Texas, so we wore short sleeves. Boy, we must have looked good. Some people at the airport, they mistook us for women gladiators. You know, those wrestlers. It must have been the muscles from hauling milk to my pale calves. Life happened to my director, and she was unable to come to seminar, but God knew how to get me here. Instead of going home with a crown, I went home with a newfound hope for a better life. I heard, live in your vision, not your reality. And if you're willing to do the work, anything is possible. Mary Kay Ash gave me the key to unlock the door to a life filled with opportunity, prosperity, freedom, and dreams come true. As I traveled back home and stepped away from this safe pink bubble, my vision started to fade. Thoughts of, am I good enough? Do I deserve a life of dreams come true? And then God gave me a glimpse of my vision from seminar and a challenge from Mary Kay Ash herself to hold 20 parties and 20 interviews in a month. The prize, the opportunity to have lunch with Mary Kay in person, a real dream come true. I spent 4 hours on the phone, booking, and never gave it a second thought that it was February in North Dakota, or the fact that I lived 30 miles from the nearest town and I was surrounded by men and cows. Cows don't wear lipstick, by the way. Snowstorms, postponements, and cancellations. But I did it anyways, because when a woman has a passion, no challenge is too great. All the bookings caused me to do it again in March, and that momentum propelled us into earning our very first Mary Kay car and into becoming the #1 unit, new unit in the entire nation. New faces will take you places, and this business works when we do. So I ask you, what is holding you back from turning your key? May I challenge you to move into massive action to get your dream going. It only takes the decision to start and not look back. This year, the Dream Makers took massive action, and in the process became a top 10 unit nationwide. They are true champions. Renee Fox finished in the top 20 of this seminar and in the Queen's Court of Sales for the second time. and the queen of our whole national area. Congratulations, Renee. Her recruiter, Mavis Huber, was also in the top 20 of this seminar. She was recognized in the Queen's Court of Sales for her 4th time and number 2 in our national area. Karistin Almers finished in the Princess Court and is a new DIQ. Vicki Meyer finished in the Princess Court and has been a star consultant 64 quarters in a row. We celebrated 4 All-Stars, Renee, Vicki, Pam, and Mavis, and had 167 new faces take your place as winners. My sister-in-law, Denise, became a new sales director. We have a brand new DIQ, Irene Merck. And now we have 5 sales directors in Lincoln, North Dakota. Population, 1,100. Our dream was God-inspired, God-sized, and it was a complete face walk. As each of our consultants did the and then some. To rally together, they did 80,000 wholesale in June and 32,000 wholesale on June 30th to cross over the $1 million finish line. When friends and consultants would ask what we had left, I answered, just a few more orders. I couldn't say an amount without starting to slip out of faith. I focused on Mary Kay Ash's words, though many times adversity surrounds you, never ever give up. Success is just around the corner for the person who refuses to quit. In Mary Kay, we are so fortunate to be surrounded by a company and friends that pour into us. My $1 Million girlfriends reached out and shared ideas. Nationals took the time to call and box. Sister directors sent notes of encouragement. And Director Kayla Cash even offered to call our consultants. My NSD Kay Elbram sent a dozen beautiful roses, and my prayer sisters prayed for our unit on our weekly prayer call. I am so very blessed to have each of you in my life. Thank you. Mary Kay Ash gave us the key to live the life of our dreams. So I ask each of you, are you going to turn your key? It was 5 p.m. June 30th when my sister-in-law, Denise Smith, and Calvin, my husband, arrived to help. At 8 p.m., I had a huge knot in my stomach, and then the calls and orders started pouring in. At 11:57 p.m., we put the last orders through. Tears flooded my eyes, and I gave God the glory. Kelvin gave God credit too, just in a little different way. He said, I would have bet the farm that wasn't going to happen. I love you, Kelvin. I've been asked what changed since last year when we fell short of our $1 million goal. I started working in my joy and got back to the kitchen table with our consultants and our guests. I started focused on building in 5 areas within a 6-hour radius and helped our consultants move up the career path and win the consistency prize for Mary Kay. And last Monday night, they were reserved for homemade ice cream and sleepovers with my 2 granddaughters, Aria and Layla. Let me tell you, that is pure joy to kick off every single week. Because I turned the key and unlocked this opportunity with action, my Mary Kay journey has given me choices and a dream life. As a single mom, everything my children did was my date book, and I worked this business around them. Because I chose to work this business full circle, I've been blessed over and over. We purchased a dream home, put our children through college, traveled the world Mary Kay style with the best friends anyone could ask for, was invited to London to teach the directors from the United Kingdom at their leadership conference, celebrated our units in New York City, Times Square with the Messmers and the Prempis on our birthdays, built a cabin on the Missouri River to share with all our Mary Kay families. Beautiful diamonds and Cinderella gifts and financial freedom. But there is more. The real joy that comes from Mary Kay. It's not the tangible things in this life. It's the relationships with our consultants, my offspring directors, and our beautiful National Kay Elbra, who taught me to strive for excellence in all that I do. And she believed in me more than I ever believed in myself. It's the phone calls like the one I got from Senior Director Cassie Holbert, thanking me for passing on our opportunity because she was able to spend 3 months next to her baby in the hospital after she gave birth and was still able to provide for her family. Or it was the call that I received last week from future director Jackie Holmes saying, "Paula, I just ran into your customer and she's ready to join your team." Also in my starter kit came Calvin, who bought a domain to loan and has been the best father and papa, not to mention the most supportive $1 million man any woman could ask for. He's pretty excited about going first class to Chile. My son-in-law Devin's mom was my first team member. You know, the other gladiator. Devin and my daughter Stacy have blessed us with 2 granddaughters, Layla and Princess Aria, who just turned 1 and 4. They love to ride a Nana's Peak Cadillac. Stacy was 2 when I joined Mary Kay, and there's nothing more rewarding than to share the career you love so much with your daughter. She is here as a sales director. My son Mark was 4 when I joined and always wanted to come to seminar with his mom. He is here for the first time with his beautiful wife, New Honor Society Director Nicole Vandervorst. Nicole was in my offspring Denise Martin's unit. Every time I would see her at a Mary Kay event, she reminded me of my son. Long story short, I invited Nicole to join us for our traditional family get-together on Good Friday for cheese buttons. It was a God thing. 2 weeks after they met, Mark called and asked if I knew Nicole had a tattoo. I said, no, why? He said, "First, Mom, when did Nicole arrive for supper on Good Friday?" I said, 5:45, a little sooner. Why, Mark? Well, Mom, Nicole's tattoo is a Bible verse. It reads, Mark 5:36. Don't be afraid, only believe. Nicole joined Mary Kay on April 3rd. 3 years later, on Good Friday, April 3rd, she met my son Mark. They have been married for 2 years, and on January 31st, Nicole gave Mark a wonderful birthday gift and finished directorship. Standing by her side, cheering her on as she put in the last few orders, I got to see the joy in her eyes of all of her hard work and the pride on my son's face. Are you ready to discover what is hiding in your starter kit? Who will you pass your key on to unlock their dreams? You do deserve all life has to offer. You are enough, and you can become whatever you want to be. May I ask you to close your eyes and visualize your dreams coming true? Perhaps being the queen, winning a diamond ring or V, debuting on stage at Leadership, driving a pink Cadillac, the top director's trip, or standing on stage with your $1 million unit or new national area. Visualize the faces cheering you on and the pride in their eyes when you cross over that finish line. Now, open your eyes. Your dream is in the making. Step out in faith. Take action. Take charge. You've got the key. God bless you.